What's up, everybody? It's your boy Sir Splash, and I am here with a very thorough debunk of another screw attack battle. Now, this one is Thor versus Wonder Woman, and this battle happened a few battles ago, and I never officially debunked, so I decided I'm gonna do it today. So we're gonna go over some things they said, the reason why they said Wonder Woman wins. We're going to see just what exactly they got wrong. So here is the first up point we are going to debunk.
Said Mjolnir is fast enough to reach the edge of the universe in 60 seconds. This means it can travel at least 350 trillion miles per hour, or over 500,000 times the speed of light.
So, for speed, they said he was fast enough to tag Quicksilver. I don't really know why they use this as a great speed feat. Thor has been able to avoid and easily tag Silver Surfer, who can travel through galaxies in moments. His hammer, they claimed, goes 500,000 times the speed of light. This was hilarious, because I actually did a video on how fast his hammer moves, and I'll break it down again. First off, you gotta look at how large the Milky Way galaxy is. It is roughly 587 quadrillion miles wide. We are going to take this number and divide it by 30. Why are we doing this? It's because the hammer went across the galaxy and came back in 60 seconds. So it only takes it 30 seconds to cross the entire galaxy. So 587 quadrillion miles divided by 30 comes out to roughly 19.5 quadrillion miles traveled. And by the way, we're lowballing right now because it's actually billions above 19.5. But we're lowballing just to show how bad their math is. Anyways, 19.5 quadrillion miles were covered in 1 second. Divide this new number by, well, it's actually not in 1 second, I'm sorry, it's in 30 seconds. Divide this new number by 186,000, because 186,000 miles per second is the speed of light. You will come out to 105 billion and some change. So lowballed, Mjolnir went 105 billion times the speed of light. In perspective, this means it can go to Pluto and back over 2.7 million times in 1 second. But they claimed Mjolnir is only 500,000 times the speed of light. That is hilarious. Let's look at the next point they made.
Yeah, he'd be fine. He can withstand a dip in the sun, where it can be over 27 million degrees Fahrenheit. And while he was knocked unconscious, he did survive a bomb capable of planet busting, equal to a force of over 53 quadrillion megatons of TNT.
Now, they're talking about durability here. They said his best durability feats included surviving inside the sun and getting KO'd by a planet-level attack. This is also hilarious. Actually, Thor was having a conversation inside the sun casually. This was a casual feat. He survived the pressure of a pressing hand that equaled the strength of 20 planets. So, giant hand was pressing down on him, and it was said to have the power of 20 planets. He survived the bomb that destroyed a spaceship scaled to the size of a small solar system. He has tanked hits and hurt Surtur, like he was going blow for blow with Surtur, who is a legendary killer of gods, a threat to Asgard itself, and has destroyed entire galaxies, including Beta Ray Bill's galaxy. And Thor only said ow when he got hit by Surtur. Obviously, his durability here was severely underplayed. Sorry for the noise, by the way, Discord's booming, but let's move on.
I'm more impressed that he lifted this giant-ass snake! Look at that thing!
The Midgard serpent is massive, capable of wrapping around the entire Earth twice. It stretches nearly 900 miles wide and 50,000 miles long. By comparing it to the largest living snakes, the 550-pound green anaconda, we can estimate the Midgard serpent weighs about 17 trillion tons.
Now here they're addressing Thor's strength. They said his best strength is lifting the Midgard serpent, which wrapped around the Earth twice. They are lowballing him once more. Lifting strength aside, which doesn't really matter in a fight, he has torn the Earth apart with his bare hands. His aftershocks from his hits shook the entire realm of Asgard. He one-shotted Abomination with his hand, like it wasn't even with the hammer, and Abomination has swapped hands with the Hulk. He is strong enough to push back the world engine, which was moving the tree that connects the 9 worlds, He has wrestled the living embodiment of the Odin force itself, and a single headbutt thrown by Thor dented Silver Surfer's head, as well as his physical blows broke through Silver Surfer's shields. And these strength feats, were done without Mjolnir. Now, next point.
It is important to stress the unbelievable power Thor possesses, so much so that in fights with other godly beings, whole worlds can shatter. If it ever comes to it, he can even enter a state of warrior's madness. While he loses some control doing this, his power increases tenfold.
Here they say, with Mjolnir, he has fought godly beings, and the fights have destroyed planets. Once again, more downplay. With Mjolnir, Thor has been able to planet bust, and the hammer can smash planets as if they are pebbles. So it's not like it just destroys one planet, and it's like mid difficulty. It's low difficulty. He has knocked back and temporarily KO'd the Phoenix Force, and the Phoenix Force is considered a universal level threat. They side noted this feat like it was no big deal, and they never brought it up, even though this was crazy, because this was serious Thor. A lot of times Thor suppresses himself, and he even says so several times, as well as the narrator and the author. He also has hurt Galactus with blows from Mjolnir, and his God Blast is capable of killing Galactus, and Galactus even admitted this himself. Yes, they managed to undersell or not sell any of these feats, which are a much higher level than what they told us. Now, let's skip ahead to their reasoning for why Wonder Woman wins.
Wonder had a couple big things going for her, like her speed. Sure, Thor's fast enough to tag Quicksilver, and his travel speed with Mjolnir is just stupid fast. But Wonder Woman's shown that she's even more stupid fast in combat over and over again.
Such as when she blocked trillions of God shards flying at her from the edges of the universe, most likely faster than any speed Mjolnir was capable of. She was even able to catch Zoom in her lasso, despite how he wasn't just running ahead of her in physical space, but he was also ahead of her in time.
First point they made. They said she is significantly faster than him, and she has tagged Zoom, who used super speed and time. Time attacks have no effect on Thor, who has actually reversed temporal attacks using Mjolnir. He could have easily tagged Zoom as well. And by the way, it's not like she just wrecked Zoom. She hit him with the lasso. She caught him with a lasso.
You're noggin around that one.
Thor's durability was greater than Wonder Woman's.
They say Thor has greater durability because of his planet-busting durability, which I have proven to be a severe lowball. So by their reasoning, since he is above or at just planet level according to them, he is above Wonder Woman. So if you take what he's actually done, which is dozens of times planetary durability, he is at least dozens of times more durable than Wonder Woman. So they actually made it worse for Wonder Woman there. Next point.
But the difference in strength was a different story. In fact, when comparing their Earth and Snake feats, she was 8,000 times stronger than him.
They said Wonder Woman pulling the Earth was 8 times stronger than Thor lifting the Serpent. So they like to quote Mjolnir's travel speed and don't count it as combat speed, yet they take lifting strength instead of striking strength. That's interesting and hypocritical. Once again, I proved Thor lifting the Serpent was not his best feat, especially when it's compared to his combat strength. He has injured and knocked over beings who are low-balled galaxy-level threats. He hit the Phoenix Force hard enough to temporarily knock it out, and the Phoenix Force is a confirmed universal threat. Clearly, they are downplaying on purpose to help appease Wonder Woman fanboys and girls. They also said their Berserker modes are relatively the same. This is not the truth. Wonder Woman sacrifices defense for raging offense because she loses her bracelets, which is her trump card for defense. Thor's only loss is he doesn't give a damn when he rages. He will fight anybody. Anyone can catch his fade. His Berserker mode is actually better because he's not sacrificing. The only thing he's sacrificing is caring. Weaponry, here's the next point they made.
But the final nail in Thor's coffin was their choice of weaponry.
Mjolnir may have been tough for Diana to defend against, but it couldn't exploit her weakness to piercing weapons. Meanwhile, Diana's magic sword could slice at a microscopic level, something Thor couldn't possibly be prepared to defend against.
They said Wonder Woman far outclasses with her bracelets and swords. Her energy blasts, if she uses them, using the bracelets, those will only strengthen Thor, And he even took Zeus's lightning without an issue. It did nothing to him. They loved saying her sword cuts on a microscopic level, and there are so many problems with them bringing up the sword. First off, arguments can be made that her sword isn't a part of her normal arsenal. She used it in Kingdom Come and Our Worlds at War. It also was broken in Infinite Crisis when she used it to stop an attack, so it's gone. If you use the new 52 version, then Wonder Woman's feats and attributes are now extremely reduced, and she would stand no chance against Thor. Basically, you want to use that sword, okay, are you using the new 52 one? Because if so, Wonder Woman's feats are way worse than her post-crisis. Also, molecular attacks don't work on Thor. His molecules are actually different, and he has been unaffected by attacks that attacked him on a molecular atomic level, so I'm not convinced his atoms would actually be cut through like that. Also, if you give her a weapon she doesn't typically use, Thor should be allowed access to weapons he has used but does not typically use. For example, he can summon the Belt of Strength, which boosts his power exponentially. He's actually summoned it before with Mjolnir. Finally, let me explain why Thor would win. He beats Wonder Woman. He has hacks that blows Wonder Woman's attributes and abilities out of the water. He can do weather manipulation. Thor isn't just limited to lightning. He can create storms larger than planets. He can summon fire rain, and he used a blow that summoned the winds of 1,000 worlds. Furthermore, he can open dimensions with both the hammer and his bare hands. He can summon a dimension of energy to blast an opponent. He can drop a planet on someone if he chooses to. He can easily use battlefield removal, but a lot of people don't count that as a win. Also, he can drain even godly life force, because he got serious in one comic with Loki, and he's like, alright, I gotta do this. And he started draining the godly life force of Loki. Lastly, Sirius Thor's God Blast can kill beings that are at bare minimum galaxy level in durability. Clearly, they showed Wonder Woman does not have that level of durability. Thor wins, simple as that. He has way more hacks, has better durability, and lastly, Sirius Thor's God Blast can kill beings that are at bare minimum galaxy level. Clearly, they showed Wonder Woman, they tried to show her in a light that would put her above him as far as combat, speed, all that, but that's not true. I just proved it's not true. And if they want to use the sword, they're probably going to have to use New 52. And New 52, Wonder Woman gets stomped. And their strength feat with the planet, she actually needed help to move the Earth. She didn't do that on her own. But anyways, thank you for watching. And yeah, if you, just another proof in case someone's like, oh, she's still faster, she fights Superman and stuff. He has actually been able to speed up and catch the foot of Hermes, the god Hermes, where speed is contrived from for beings like Shazam and DC. He caught his foot with ease. So yeah, she's not speed blitzing. I don't want to hear that. Like I said, Thor wins. Anyways, thank you for watching. It has been your boy Splash with another debunk, and I will see y'all at a later date. Peace out, like and subscribe, all that good stuff.